It's WCCS AM 1160 and FM 101.1. And let's hook up with Mr. Bob Pollock, who joins us from the State Farm Show this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Just wonderful, and I bet you are as well, because you get to walk around the world's largest indoor farm show. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
That's true. You can get your exercise for the day.
Yeah. Now, 479-1160 is open if somebody has a question for Bob this morning on this freezing Friday morning. But there you are at the State Farm Show. And, you know, when you go to these things every year, you get into habits and you go and you see certain things. And sometimes you say to yourself, well, that's the same thing as last year. But you always look for something new. What are you seeing new so far? I know it's just getting started, but besides the butter sculpture, what's new?
Right. Everything's gearing up. And there are some new things to see this year, as well as many reoccurring events, although a lot of, like all the junior livestock shows, those are all, even though we have kids showing animals, every year it's different kids, different animals, so it makes up a different show, and there's a different winners each year, so it's always, even though it's the same event, it's still new. So some of the new things, there's a they call it sipping cider through a straw. But there's a amazing diversity of competitions, and this year features a new cider competition. Mm-hmm. And there's a surging demand for hard ciders, so not your normal ciders, but what they call hard ciders. Pennsylvania has risen to number 6 in the country in cider producers. Wow. And that's for 2017 year. And so there's new varieties and new kinds. And so they started a competition, and there were 26 competitors that entered their hard ciders in 7 different categories. And they will announce the winners tomorrow, which is opening day. And then those will be displayed during the week of the farm show.
And then after that competition, the judges are not allowed to drive home, are they?
Yeah, probably not. I don't know if that's the same thing as eating too many chocolate cakes and not driving home or not.
No, it's not the same at all.
Yeah. Eat too many cake, you might just fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's one new thing.
That's one new thing. All right, so in the Christmas trees, they've added wreaths this year.
Oh, okay.
So of course the Christmas trees have been competing for a long time, and then of course the winners of the Christmas tree competition, or the winner, the grand champion, competes for the national competition, and the winner of the national competition supplies a tree to the White House. Mm-hmm. So this year, wreaths, and there's 3 different categories. There's undecorated, decorated, and then creative category that people will be entering there. There's a meatball showdown. How about that?
A meatball showdown. What do? Shoot them out of a meatball gun?
Yeah, well, that could be kind of fun. Kind of like pumpkin chunking, huh?
Yeah, showdown at the Meatball Corral.
But this is actually a competition where junior chefs compete against one another to see who is the fastest meatball maker in the West, actually west of the Atlantic. So that's going on. This year is the first year that rabbits will be sold at the junior livestock sale. So normally it's been beef, sheep, swine, and goats, and now rabbits will make their debut, so you could come down and bid on a rabbit.
You need to say that correctly. It's wabbits.
Yeah. There'll be lots of flapping ears around here for that show, because there's likely to be 1,500 rabbit competitors.
Wow.
Show.
And if there's 1,500 today, there will probably be about 3,800 tomorrow.
Could be.
This is just too easy today.
Hey, and speaking of increasing populations,
mm-hmm.
The calving corner.
The what? What corner?
Calving. So a cow and a calf.
Oh, okay, calving.
Yes. So
okay.
They're actually, so visitors can actually witness the birth of a calf. And they'll also see veterinarians at work and learn about, the care and stewardship farmers provide in the health and well-being of their animals. So actually, hopefully, be able to see some live births this week.
Wow! So they've got some cows there that are ready to freshen, huh?
Yes.
Alrighty. So those are new things at the State Farm Show with Bob Pollock today, as we press the reset button, and of course Indiana County will be well represented, won't it?
Yes. We always have a contingent that comes down and competes and exhibits, and this year is no exception.
Yeah, the swine and the sheep competitions are usually pretty big for Indiana County folks. Christmas trees, not so much. Our famed Indiana County Christmas tree growers pretty much don't need to make the trip all the way out to Harrisburg to keep their reputation as being the best around, huh?
No, that's true. And really, they've been focusing in recent years with Idlewild Park and doing the Christmas in July and doing promotional efforts that way in our side of the state, and so that's where that's some of the things that they're doing.
Yeah, people are wondering, Bob, about the butter sculpture. What's it look like? Have you seen it? What does it celebrate? What does the butter sculpture celebrate this year?
So they unveiled it yesterday. This is the 102nd Pennsylvania Farm Show, and it actually is a half-ton sculpture, and it depicts some of the hundreds of career choices that are available to nearly the 500,000 people that work in the state's agriculture sector. But it actually depicts, there's a large dairy cow in the background. Of course, butter comes from milk, so we've got to have the cow in there. And then there's different, so we've got the dairy producer in there. We have the consumer depicted. We also have, there's an agronomist their profession would be in the seed and crop production. So the animals have to have feed, and so the agronomic sector provides seed so we can have hay and corn and small grains and all those ingredients necessary to make up those rations to feed the cows, then to produce the milk as well as the butter.
Mm-hmm. Is there an extension agent represented in the butter sculpture? We're talking careers in agriculture. I think you should be depicted.
Yeah, there's maybe that's where the agronomist comes in, because there are extension educators that's their specialty. Okay. And they're called agronomists. So.
Bob in butter.
However, there is not one specifically standing there that depicts an extension agent.
Oh, well, we tried.
Yeah.
All right, so the farm show is for this weekend, all of next week, and next weekend, right?
Yes. So Saturday to Saturday, and it's open 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Beginning tomorrow, and then on the following Saturday, it's from 8 to 5.
Now, are you yourself judging exhibits at this farm show this year?
No, I do not have to do that. I just have to make sure that the Christmas tree competition runs smoothly and everything gets done that needs to get done there.
All right, so those...
there's just tons of things for kids to do here, as well as adults, but many, many learning opportunities, from learning about different careers in agriculture to just learning about the environment and animals and production of crops. And the Historical Society has all those historical markers that we see around the state in different towns and along different roads. Mm-hmm. They selected, there's about 24 different ones that relate to agriculture that they have on display here. So your family can actually pick up the booklet and you can walk around the farm show and find all these 24 historical markers, and then learn some of the history of agriculture as well as about different people and places within this Commonwealth. So that's a pretty cool thing, actually.
The State Farm Show is happening this next week, and folks are going to be wondering about driving out from here. The weather here seems like it will be fine with just a slight chance of some snow showers, but driving into the eastern half of the state and what we're hearing about weather, what's it going to be like there for folks who want to consider driving out this weekend?
Well, at the moment, it didn't snow overnight. It is 9 degrees here, and the wind is blowing, so it's with the wind chill, it's chilly.
Mm-hmm.
But the roads were, in fact, yesterday driving here, I had snow until I got to Altoona, and then from there on out, the roads were dry. So
okay. All right.
Hopefully it'll stay that way. It looked like it was going to get warmer as we move into next week here.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Enjoy your time there. Drive safely whenever it is that you're coming back, and thanks for being with us here this morning.
All right. Thanks for the opportunity.
He's Bob Pollock from the Extension Service. It's Farm Show time. It's Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank on WCCS, AM 1160, FM 101.1.